When people lose their freedoms, life becomes a kind of living death. Many do not realize that poverty is imprisonment. Loss of wealth equals loss of freedoms. A poor person that cannot afford healthy food but only buys cheap garbage to eat looks with envy upon the person that enjoys a coffee and cake at a cafe. The poor person never has a holiday or even a weekend break away from home because they do not have the money. The poor person always has to choose between eating or having some kind of social life and leisure activity. A poor person is kept in invisible walls as they cannot afford to travel. A poor person is bribed by the government with handouts that keep them poor, but also in serfdom to the government. Yet, in social media and in documentaries on television, the poor person may be portrayed as a useless scrounger. So when the affluent become poor, they experience an existential awakening. Freedom does not merely consist of free expression and voting rights, or not being imprisoned for political beliefs. Add to this the populace being subjugated by an increasingly authoritarian state system, supported by advanced AI. Imagine a future where the elite go to a show to watch human-like androids perform music. It could be Elvis with the Beatles, looking so real and sounding so authentic no one could fault them. On the other hand, imagine a youth facility where young offenders are disciplined by androids that look like giant tarantulas. The horror, the contrast. I say these things as there is a global effort to reduce the percentage in the population of the middle class. Instead, they want to create a working class equal in numbers to the middle class. With this, there would be a large minority of impoverished underclass. Above them all, not merely an elite, but a super elite. Then there is the context of purposely creating a divisive society in Western nations in which Islam helps to oppress Christianity and the super elite rule without morality via puppet governments. This living death, as awful as it is well on the way, and it is just the beginning.